Hi, I'm Lauryn Ahearn, and this is 40, a retrospective. I'm at M Galleries P&A in Washington, New Jersey. I've been an artist for as long as I can remember. I went to Mason Gross School of the Arts for my bachelor's in fine arts, and I have been collecting works of art for a long time, and this show is a grouping of work from about the last 10 years of things that I've done. When I was in college, I did a lot of work with abstract creatures with latex paint, and it kind of moved into more abstract work with latex paint. And this show, it starts with works that were completed in about 2012, 2013. This was several years after I graduated college. I do have work from that period between college and what's in this show, but most of it is in private collections. So yeah, I started with this work in 2012. This painting is called Tula Island, and it actually had belonged to my grandparents, and when they passed, it came back to me. And I thought it would be great to I think it's really emblematic of a lot of the kinds of things that I was doing at this time. The work was, this is in latex paint. When I was in college, I used oops paint, which is paint that was mixed by accident. I would just pick up whatever was at Home Depot. But I started to refine things a little bit after I had a little bit more money. I could actually pick the colors that I wanted. So I had more control over the palette. You know, it was a good exercise to not have control over the palette, but once I started, a couple years later, I started to actually pick out my own colors, and I feel like the colors that I was using even then are still in the work that I use now. There's a lot of pinks and blues. This is like an abstract environment. Tula Island was a made-up magical land from when I was a kid. Me and my friends, we had this whole thing where we were witches, and we came from Tula Island, and so this was like a little bit of a representation of what that world looked like. So alternately, this work was completed more recently, and you can actually see there's still a similar color palette, but and there's still an abstract element to it, but over the years, I became more and more figurative. And this kind of shows you a bit of a jump from where I was before. After a couple of years of painting in my studio, I transitioned to doing work as a live painter. My social media is the live painter. This was in 2018 when I started. And live painting, if you've never heard of it, is basically you get to go to events. Most popular are weddings, and you paint the event while you're there. And in my case, the painting is finished by the end of the event, and I give it to the clients who hired me. This painting is called The Only Birthday, and it's connected to the very first live painting I ever did. When I first started out as a live painter, I was looking for events. I was not really looking to get paid. I would paint anything just to get the experience. And I knew somebody online from a mom group or something who she had her own small business. I think it was a small business connection. She was hosting a first birthday party for a friend of hers who had brain cancer. And she was looking for volunteers to come and make this a really special event. And I thought, wow, this would be, what a great opportunity. I could do a live painting for this first birthday. So I did a live painting for the first birthday. This is not the live painting. What I did was, for my reference photos later, I painted this of the mother and her son. I think with my art, it's always influenced by different artists over the years, but at this time I was really into Sophie Ann Sheig. She does like these figures with very blocky spots of color. And I've been asked what happens with this story, and I'll be honest, I don't know. I had checked in because I didn't know the mother personally. I checked in with the friends a couple months later and heard that she was doing well, but that was the last I checked in. But this painting, I feel like it is really special. Just being a mom and thinking about potentially only being able to experience one birthday with my children is really heart-wrenching. And I felt like I wanted to make something special for that time period for them together. So this painting is called I Never Have to Shovel Snow Again. I painted this one in 2018. This is probably one of the last solely abstract on canvas paintings that I did, or the last series that I did like that, because I was, I started out very abstract and I started to add figures later on. I was really interested in the work of an artist, Lola Donahue, who painted with a lot of whites. This painting, I always have layers in my artwork, and so this painting had several paintings underneath it, and then I blocked it, basically blocked it out with white after so that I could obscure some things and show some things through. This painting is referencing the fact that I have my husband and I have two boys, and when I started dating my husband, one of the early romantic gestures he did for me when we started dating was he would shovel my car out of the snow. And I have not had to shovel since I met my husband, and I'm really lucky. And I realized with my young sons, I will never have to shovel snow again. So that's what this painting is about. We'll see. I was going to say, time will tell if this painting is true or not. These lines, whatever this is happening here, it definitely shows up in a lot of work that I have, like even my non-abstract work. It's more my work on, yeah, I think some of my works on paper have a lot of this kind of sneaking into it. The figure really happened by accident. I was using this process of layering the paint over and over again until something emerged from it. And essentially the deer is what emerged for me. And this painting is like, the deer is like very suggested. I think that there are ones that I do later where the deer become more and more pronounced. But because this one I wasn't sure what was going to come up, that's why it's so loose. But I really love the way that it's so loose. And I don't know, this one, when I painted it, just felt like I was like, wow, this is something really new, and it felt really special when I did it. I'm Lauryn Ahearn, and this is 40, a retrospective at M Galleries P&A in Washington, New Jersey. Please come and see the show. Thank you very much.